Testing. Testing.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the field of dreams of NASCAR land, Rusty Wallace has built a terrific speedway out in Newton, Iowa. It is the Hawkeye 200 from the Iowa Speedway for the INSF Cup Series, race number 22. And it's also a playoff race. And we have got ourselves a stacked and packed 25 car field. Shane Lake and Alan Bergen at the Tony Trapazzo Memorial Booth. And Alan, we got a fun one today.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be fun. As these guys are definitely working hard to get that series championship.
Yep, that they are. And we've got ourselves a stacked battle here, especially considering the battle lines have been drawn for the playoff picture. And I've got my eyes on Charles Robinson, Justin Berkeley, Adrian Arenas, Jeff Weimer, and Franz Brettschneider, because there is a 10-point gap between being in the playoffs and being out of the playoffs. And this race could decide to be somebody's nightmare when it's over.
Nightmare it is. But hey, unlike, it's like the field of dreams. If you build it, they will come. And we definitely got one built here today.
The top 10 on the grid right now: Charles Robinson, Angel Hernandez, our points leader, Christian Delgado, Franz Brettschneider, Justin Barkley, Michael Gervey, Joey Maines, Isaac Wilson, Chris Smith, and Hunter Cole. And it looks like it's going to be Charles Robinson getting ready to lead everybody down to the green flag. Actually, it's Tristan Bailey. I beg your pardon. Our SDK seems to be having a little bit of fun today. But the green flag is out. Tristan Bailey takes off, and he is checking out immediately.
For sure. And these guys are just, just battling. They're going to battle so hard. I mean, Shane, it's just so exciting to watch these guys come around this racetrack.
It is, but they're also going to have to battle smart, because they're going to have to maintain the brakes and they're going to have to maintain tires, because while we were watching practice and qualifying, the biggest thing I noticed is everybody coming off of turn 4 was really getting sideways. So they're going to have to be real careful, especially as the tires get worn out, as we already see one going deep sideways, and that was the 2 car.
Oh, man, for sure. Sure. And I don't know if it brought out the yellow.
It doesn't look like it. Nope, the flagman still got everybody green flag, so it doesn't bring out the yellow. We're still green and clean out here, and we've already got lap traffic getting to be in processes. We've got more chaos up here already.
Oh man, so much chaos going on right now, and that's the thing. This track is really slick.
It is, which means everyone's gonna have to try to maintain things. From what I saw in the temperature forecast earlier, it's in the mid 70s, but that puts the track temperature right around 105, 106, which means it's not ideal for these tires to be, driving hardcore. So they're gonna have to be really careful, as we've got a battle for the lead, it looks like, between Tristan Bailey and Charles Robinson.
Yeah, I mean, just holy cow.
Yeah, right now Tristan Bailey's currently got himself a 0.3 of a second lead over Charles Robinson, with Adrian Arenas, Angel Hernandez, and Chris Delgado rounding out the top 5. Right now, it seems like everyone's trying to maintain the tires just to keep everything underneath of them, to try to make it to that stage break at lap 60.
Yeah, definitely. The stage break at lap 60 is going to be a major deal here. We're 5 laps into 230 laps, and this is going to be a long 230 laps. But nonetheless, Tristan Bailey is just putting a hurting on the field right now. Not really pulling away, but he's, ever slowly opening that gap wider and wider and wider.
Yeah, and right now he's got to try to get around more lap traffic. That 31 car looks like he was involved in some of the early skirmishes. Unfortunately, that may be the end of the 31's day early, but what that's allowed Tristan Bailey to do is try to put another couple of tenths on everybody. And right now, coming to the line, it looks like he's going to have about a 0.6 of a second lead on Charles Robinson.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to be the first one to have an incident, and definitely don't want to be the first one out of the race, but it's going to make for a long day for that 31 car, for sure.
Yeah, there's a handful of cars that are already relatively wounded. Looking back through things, it looks like the third, and we've already got ourselves our first caution of the day.
Oh man, it looks like Larry Feynman is what we're showing here, or Larry Fairman. Feynman. Fairman.
Let me see if I can take a look. As we are currently 10 laps into this, Tristan Bailey's leading the field under caution.
Well, that's certainly gonna change up the race today. I mean, it's only one caution, so
It's just the start of things. As I was looking through some of the notes from earlier on, this is only the second race that these guys have had here at Iowa. Linus Brostrom ended up winning their first race here. They had 12 cautions, so hopefully this is not the trend of seeing more cautions than what we need here. Just to update everybody on what's going on with the pit strategies. There's 4 sets of tires on pit road, 60% fuel in these tanks. So we're going to see these guys going probably, I want to say 65, 70 laps on a tank of fuel. And as we've seen, there has been only admin-only yellows because this is a short track. And there are 3 green-white checker finishes available just in case we do need them to, have a little extra excitement for everybody this evening.
I think these guys are gonna get enough excitement and a whole lot more.
Yeah, definitely, because this race is like a super speedway, but you use enough brake like a short track, where we're going to see these guys doing about 155 here, I believe, was something I was looking at testing-wise earlier. But you really got to get it slowed down to try to manage these corners a little bit better, because you don't get it slowed down enough, you're going to end up pushing into the corner. And if you end up getting on the throttle too early, the back end's going to come out. So it's all about finding that fine line here at Iowa, especially considering this isn't the repaved Iowa like what we've seen in the Xfinity and Cup Series this weekend. This is the old one. The bumps down in the middle of these corners can throw your car for a loop if you're not careful.
I love a track with a little bit of character.
Speaking of character, look at that 45 car. The Hamburglers arrived. Points leader Angel Hernandez. Talk about a piece right there. And I love the marketing that McDonald's has done with the 2311 cars. You got Grimace on the 23 this weekend, and you got the Hamburglar on the 45. I love this.
I look. It takes me back to my childhood, really.
Yeah, I know. I actually used to have some of the old McDonald's cars, and with the Hamburglar on the hood, yeah, definitely. And now, Angel Hernandez is looking comfortable in points, so I don't think he's got too much to worry about today. He's got to be able to keep that car in front of all the rest of the contenders. And I think he'll be fine. Like I said earlier, I'm watching that drop line. 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. I am watching that with, bated breath, because I want to see how things are going to turn out, because points racing that close, I grew up with it. I mean, come on. The 1992 Cup season finale, how close that was. That was one of the best points seasons ever that I've ever seen.
Yeah, but these guys are getting doubled up 2x2 nose arc style behind the pace car, and like right now we're watching Christian Delgado in that number 16 car. He's one of those drivers that could definitely be there at the end. He's the guy that I'm watching right now.
Yeah, Delgado's had some really great performances here in the INSF series. I'll be interested to see what he's able to pull. But Right now, up front, it's Tristan Bailey and Charles Robinson getting ready to lead everybody back to green. This could get very, very interesting.
You get very, very interesting, like you said. But anyways, nonetheless, iRacing.com pace car peels off to makes a hard left-hand turn. Tristan Bailey through the Geico restart zone. We are back to green.
It looks like Tristan Bailey has checked out. Charles Robinson trying to get that inside line working, but with these bumps in the corners, you can watch these cars right now the way they've been going over them. As stiffly sprung as they are, you have to be really ginger going through these corners, or else it's going to be a problem.
Yeah, and so right now these guys are experiencing a very loose condition with the track basically being hit by the sun. I mean, direct sunlight and a racetrack is a perfect combination for a perfect storm. As we're seeing Delgado underneath Justin Barkley in that 22 car. Just not really going anywhere.
No, and that's just the nature of the inside line as we've got, it looks like the 78 had the whole front clip knocked off of it. It looks like the problem with what Delgado's facing right now is he cannot get the drive off the corner because he's going to end up getting into that 22 car. Give me the leader. Give me leader. Give me leader.
Go to Roberson.
Oh, the 16 is.
Whoa, hello.
What is going on here? I think we've got some technical issues on.
I do not.
Okay, right now it looks like the battle for the lead has gone to Charles Robinson, picking it up over Tristan Bailey by by it looks like a couple of tenths from what I'm looking at right now. So once again, Iowa wreaking havoc on things. Don't you just love the weekend with stuff like this going on?
I do. But hey, look, we're still in Iowa.
Yeah. And I'm noticing right now the parity inside the top 10 here with manufacturers. You've got 4 Toyotas, 4 Fords, 2 Chevrolets currently battling inside the top 10. This is what NASCAR needs more of, is parity in racing.
I mean, you're not wrong, Shane. You're definitely not wrong. As right now, Charles Roberson is still out front, and Tristan Bailey is not far behind him.
No, these guys are going hammer and tong going through turns 1. It looks like Tristan Bailey's re-picked up the lead, but it seems like Charles Robinson's not willing to give it up without a fight.
No, he sure isn't.
And, I mean, that's what he has to do, trying to preserve this advantage he has over the cut line. He has to be willing to fight tooth and nail to try to pick up these extra points because, again, 2 points for leading a lap, 2 laps for leading the most laps. He needs to be able to get the bonus points available in order to keep himself ahead of the cut line.
Yeah, and so how do you do that? Well, you finish ahead of the other guys that you're racing against in points. But do you really come to a track like Iowa and essentially go points racing, or do you just spend it the whole time for 230 laps?
If it was me, I'd be going on kill mode. If it was me and I knew I had to be above the cut line after this race, I'm in kill mode. Like,
yeah.
I'd be going straight out for the lead, and I have to be able to get up there in order to be, again, this is knowing what your playoff picture is. You have to be able to keep everybody behind you in the points as we have our second caution of the day.
And it doesn't see, well, Matthew Gary registered his crash, a few seconds ago before the yellow came out. But it doesn't look like, I'm not seeing anything on the live timing here that would register as anybody else, but he jumped to the pits, it says.
Yeah, I think he had some problems, it looks like, and he definitely has been on pit road.
What a day Matthew Gary is having right now. If it wasn't bad, it probably. Well, it looked like it may have been Maze Shook there on pit road. It does. It does enter.
So, I'm told by
As we're underneath this second caution of the day, we got Tristan Bailey leading, and we got Charles Robinson sitting in second, Angel Hernandez sitting in third, Adrian Arenas sitting fourth, and Justin Barkley sitting in fifth. Right now, it seems like Tristan Bailey's got the car to beat.
Yeah, I mean, so Christian Bailey has been pretty dominant, and he's always been dominant the whole season. Right now, we're, just going through the order, like you said, the top 5 rounds out with Justin Barkley, and Joey Maines there in that number 9 car. These guys, I applaud their dedication to giving these drivers real life paint schemes that reflect what you see in real life here at Iowa, and the paint department for this league does a great job. So I definitely want to shout that out.
Yeah, the people that have come up with a lot of these paint jobs definitely deserve a lot of credit, especially when you see paint jobs like that Hamburglar on the 45. That is hard to do, believe me. I've got a shop of my own that I work with for paint jobs. That's a very intricate process, believe me.
Tedious.
Beyond tedious, unfortunately. But it seems like we're getting ready to wrap this caution up here in the next couple of laps, which means we're going to more than likely be doubling up here this time by. And again, we're only 27 laps into this race. It seems like these guys haven't really been pushing their cars all that hard.
Well, I tell you what, Angel Hernandez in the Hamburglar scheme definitely wants to steal a win here from Iowa and take it back to McDonald's.
Yeah, he's going to want to get some of those fries with a Big Mac when this race is over. As the lights are out on top of the pace car, we are going to be doubling up. And once again, we've got 3 Toyotas sitting up here in the top of the order. Toyotas have been strong on the short tracks. It's just interesting to see it kind of come over into the sim racing world as well.
I think the Toyotas definitely have an advantage in this update that we just experienced. But I mean Chevys are there too.
I mean, we're not saying, we're just saying.
Tell me the Toyotas have an advantage without telling me the Toyotas have an advantage.
Yeah, pretty much. As the iRacing.com pace car is about to make that hard left-hand turn, it ain't Martin Truex Jr. up front, it's Tristan Bailey. He's about to get on that loud pedal and bring the field back to green there in the Geico restart zone. Green flag is back, and he has checked out yet again. The battle behind him between Angel Hernandez and Charles Robinson sitting in that 54 have been settled out already, and Hernandez takes over second place. I
mean, yeah, Angel Hernandez there. they're single file all the way back to, the 9 car Joey Maines. That's where they're single filed to. And these guys need to get spread out, so that way they got to drive the track, Shane.
Yeah, but the thing about it is the way this track races, there is an accordion effect to this track, just like there is for pretty much all short tracks. And speaking of which, just as it seems like we have ourselves the battle between the 22 here of Justin Berkeley, Joey Maines, and here's a name that's trying to pop up, Jason Ricketts in that 48 car.
Oh man, Justin Ricketts in the 48 car. Oh goodness gracious! And it's like that's Adrian Jose Arenas. They're in the 4th spot there. But right now, the top 3 of Tristan Bailey, Angel Hernandez, and Charles Robinson, they've all been checked out.
Yeah, and right now, Charles Robinson, again, he's doing everything that he has to do to be able to stay above this cut line. And this is what exactly has to happen. Stay in front of everybody else. If you're even able to keep the points leader in your peripheral vision, you're doing something right.
I mean, you got to. It's coming down to the end. We're on the home stretch of the season, really. So, Charles Robertson needs to will that Monster car, that Monster Energy Toyota, and get those points that he so desperately needs.
Right, and right now, what Adrian Arenas has to do, sitting there in 4th place in that number 14 Ford, he's got to figure out a way to catch up to Charles and get around him, because as of right now, he's not in the Final 4 picture. He's got to be able to get around Charles and then attack for the lead. And he's not in the position to do it currently. Now, there's a long way to go in this race, but right now, battling for 4th and 5th is not going to help him, because the top 3 cars have singled out, and they're going to check out.
Yeah, I mean, there's a gap. It's almost like it's about a second from Robertson to Arenas in the 14 car. We're watching Jeff Weimer go around the racetrack here. A second. That's the eyeball test.
Yeah, right now it looked like, as we're focusing on the 9 car, Joey Maines, right now it seems like people have kind of strung out a little bit, which means they're starting to feel their cars out a little bit more. As we come back up to Charles Robinson, again, this is the picture that I want to focus on personally, because this is going to be the telltale for the championship season for somebody. If Charles Robinson can take, the 4th place in points right now out of this race, he's going to have a shot at the championship, exponential. Everyone else is in cruise control right now. This is a momentum builder for him.
Yeah, I mean, the gap is just so is really just the eyeball test, man.
Yeah, that eyeball test is strong, but what's stronger is the points right now. Again, as we're showing everybody here at home, and thank you guys for joining us wherever you might be, Angel Hernandez has a 39-point gap above the cut line, but like I said, where I'm focusing is down at that bottom. Charles Robinson with a 2-point advantage on the cut line. Those currently out, Justin Berkeley, Adrian Arenas, Jeff Weimer, and Franz Brett Schneider. That gap right there, that 10-point gap, can be settled in this race. And you've got 4 of the big contenders currently, well, all 5 of them basically, are running right close together.
Yeah, and I mean, it's like there's no separation. I mean, there's not any separations in the point, and there's definitely no separation on the racetrack right now.
No, but right now this is the best thing for everybody to feel out their cars, to know what they need for stage 2 and for stage 3, is to be able to single file out. As we've got a battle back here with Justin Berkeley and Joey Maines, as we're focusing on Adrian Arenas. Adrian right now is also doing what he has to do, and that's keeping everybody close to him.
Yeah, I mean, it's essentially keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer type situation going on.
Yeah.
But here comes Joey Maines looking around Justin Barkley.
He's trying to get that run off the bottom, but the biggest thing, again, with Iowa is you don't want to go over these bumps, especially with worn-out tires, because it will kick your car sideways. I did some test runs earlier with this car, and even I was getting crossed up coming off of those bumps. So this track will bite you if you're not careful.
Yeah, you almost got to wait until the end of the exit of the corner to get back on the gas. And you almost want to run just fourth gear around here. Like you said, it's like an oversized Richmond.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing is you're using so much brake at Richmond. You know, you end up burning your brakes up, which ends up burning your right front off. As we got an issue here with a 54 car. Did he get crossed up out of turn 4?
He may have, but he's going to start bleeding positions here.
Oh, he might have a problem. He just got loose again.
Oh, no.
There is something going on with that 54 car. He might be hurt.
I mean, I just wonder if he tagged the wall.
This could be detrimental to his points run.
Oh, man. No. Charles Robeson bleeding positions right now as the tank car went around him. Jared McCauley has went around him. Isaac Wilson will be the next car to go around him as he tries to gather it back up and make his way back towards the front. And Shane, like you alluded to earlier, this could be detrimental to the playoff points that he desperately needs to continue this deep run into the playoffs to the championship at the end of the season.
Yeah, he bled 8 positions in 1 lap as we've got the 8 car. Another one of our championship contenders, Franz Brettschneider's gone around.
Oh, no. Franz Bertschneider's day just went from bad to worse as he has fallen all the way back to the 20th position.
Yeah, and he's got some front end damage on that car. I'm curious to see if maybe maybe turn 4 bit him as well.
I mean, turn 4 is very slick and it's very treacherous. So
yeah,
you have that. Well, there he goes.
He's coming around again. That car
no,
is hurt. He's trying to get it onto pit road. No, he ends up coming back up off track.
Oh, no. I think he tried to get back on the pit road and he missed it.
I think at this rate, he'd be better off taking the penalty coming down pit road because that car is wounded. The whole front end on that car is caved. So it tells me he nosed it into the fence somewhere.
I mean, it's a little over a mile around. I don't think you would need too much aerodynamics. He's going to try to ride it out until the stage caution.
Yeah, because there's no fast repair. So if there's a lot of damage to that 8 car, he's going to be sitting on pit road for a very, very long time.
Well, to me, it looks cosmetic.
I don't think it's cosmetic. That thing is evil. I think he's got a problem with the steering. I mean, I'm watching these wheels right now, and, you know, I'm not sure. Maybe the truck can tell us if we've got an in-car camera with him, but I think that steering wheel's off a little bit. Yeah, take a look. Let's see if we can take a look as he comes up off this corner. As he's downshifting, just trying to get out of everyone's way. Yeah, he's putting a lot of wheel into it here in Iowa. Let's take a look. Yeah, the wheel's a little bit bent. The steering wheel's a little bit off. We're on board here with May Shook as well. He was damaged earlier on as well in this race. And it looks like his car is in a little better position. So that tells me Franz has got a toe-in issue. As he's sliding up, I think he's got a problem as well.
I think turn 4 is giving everybody a problem right now.
Yeah, it seems like if Franz is just trying to get out of everybody's way, as he's been lapped up again. We have currently got 50 laps in the books. Tristan Bailey still leading over Angel Hernandez. But right now, the big story, Franz Brettschneider's playoff chances may have just gone up in smoke with how damaged his car is.
Up in smoke, ricocheted off the wall. I got 10 more adjectives, and we just don't have enough time for that.
No, and I'm telling you right now, you may think it's cosmetic, but as a driver, I can tell right now that car has got a lot more than just cosmetic damage. From watching that steering wheel, he's definitely got something bent in the front end.
I mean, at this point, you fix it as best as you can. You make laps, and then you just hope for the best.
Yeah, he's currently sitting about 3 laps down to the lead. But I've got a feeling if he fixes it any more than what's needed, he's going to be going down 6 or 7 laps. Now, granted,
I mean,
points are going to be big here anyway, but it's not going to be helpful for him in trying to get into the playoffs.
I mean, you're still going to be out there collecting points. You're going to not have the day or the finish that you had, but you're still collecting points, and that's what matters at the end of the day.
Yeah, it might be as well, but unfortunately, the points that he wants to gather is going to end up not being able to put him in the championship hunt. As we're focusing in on Jared McCauley, give him a shout out right now, up 14 positions in that number 10 Black Rifle Coffee Ford Mustang.
I'm not a fan of coffee, but I do like Ranger boats.
I like that paint job. Oh!
Whoa!
No. Caution is out, and we saw what happened right there. The 71 looks like he ended up getting loose. Oh, actually, that was a 77. Yep, 77 off the turn 2, and Franz's day just went from bad to worse.
That gave me a headache.
71 of Michael Everhart. Looks like he just got loose off the corner and took Franz with him. Yeah, he just got up on the throttle. That's about the point where you normally get on the gas, and KO shot. That's going to leave a lot to be desired in the front end of that number 8 car.
Oh, wow. And I hope Michael Everhart didn't listen to me, because
as we focus in here on the 3 car of Alexander Monet, a friend from up north, and he's doing pretty well. He's up 8 positions early on, riding inside the top 10. Now, this is definitely going to be an interesting scenario for a lot of these guys, because with the stage ending on lap 60, well, I would say an interesting scenario, but a lot of these guys just hit pit road, and he decides to stay out, gathering those precious points for finishing up inside the top 10.
I mean, sometimes you got to get points how you can get them, and Charles Etienne Boucher is usually the driver of that 3 car, but I believe he needed a sub this week. So
there's actually 4 other subs this week as I was going through our notes. Mike Iskander, try saying that 5 times fast, had to have a sub in that 1 car. Cedarius Pruce is driving the 1 this weekend. Hunter Cole has stepped into the 5 car for Steven Sear, a fellow Mainer. Jackson Brower has stepped in for Des Moines, Iowa native, and this would have been a home race for him, Jackson Carr. And in the 23 car, Chase Harden stepped in for Josh Grosso. So we've got a few subs in the field today that are making a bit of an impact. As Alexander Monet has decided to come in, getting those 2 points for leading a lap. And you see, this reminds me of the old NASCAR racing. Getting the bonus points for leading a lap, you'd see guys like Dave Marcus, Kyle Petty, Mark Martin, even later on in his career, milking it for the bonus points. And sometimes that can be the difference between, gaining a position or 2 in the final standings.
yeah, I mean, and I would go back even further than that. Remember when they had the NASCAR halfway bonus? Whenever
that was back in like the 60s and 70s, dude.
They had it through the 80s too, and
yeah, they somewhat had it in the 80s, but it was more prevalent in the 60s and 70s.
Right. So there's a story of Ken Schrader and Dale Earnhardt at Dover, and I bring this up for this reason, because you say that they were kind of waiting at the last minute, and so here's the thing. You could almost wait till the last stay out, get that bonus point, go down pit road, right? Or you could sit there and try to lead laps on old tires, but it will not work on this racetrack.
No, because unfortunately, you're going to end up chewing those tires. And it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen now because I don't know if we're going to get back the green flag in time here because we may end up ending the stage under caution.
Well, right now, it's showing Tristan Bailey as the leader.
Yeah,
And
pit stop cycled out through, and it's going to be Tristan Bailey and Angel Hernandez sitting up front as we focus on Rhea Ferris, who has decided to join us for this race. Down currently 20 laps, but it's always good to see the league owner in the series. It really is. And our truck decided to play a little Homer moment, and that's our very own Matt Mettler, who in other divisions we might see him in the 311. Today driving the number 34, up 10 positions to 13th. Go get it done, Matty boy.
yeah, the Love's truck stop, and we're getting ready to come back to green flag racing here.
Yeah,
Tristan Bailey is going to lead us to green.
Yeah, he is, and I'm a little surprised that they are actually going to be going to green because this is coming to lap 60, which is the end of the stage. So maybe they decide to end it on the stage early, and they're just going to go green here to start stage 2.
I wouldn't be surprised, but nonetheless, iRacing.com pace car makes its hard left turn. Tristan Bailey to the grass, and here comes the Hamburglar of Angel Hernandez on the outside, going to try to make it work.
Yeah, the fresh tires right now are going to be key for Angel to try to make that second and third groove work. But Tristan Bailey has already checked out to nearly a half a second lead.
Insane. Here comes Angel Hernandez battling back though, trying to give Tristan Bailey a run there. And here comes trying to bring Justin Barkley with him too.
Yeah, they're trying to chase down Tristan Bailey, who has been the class of the field so far this race. I'm interested to see how this stage 2 is going to come out because it's a 65-lap stage, so it's a little bit longer on the tires. So could we see more conservation out of these drivers? As I say that, we had a 3-wide battle in the picture for a moment there.
No, they're going to continue to run like they are. It's short track. 230 laps is not a long time. Not on this racetrack.
No, not when you're lapping this place and right around, it looks like 25, 26 seconds a lap. As Angel Hernandez once again is trying to track down Tristan Bailey. It's still about a half a second gap, and Tristan Bailey's putting good use of those tires. Currently, his last lap was a 25.42, while Angel Hernandez was at a 25.50, and Justin Barkley. Whoa, oh, what in the world has happened to our leader?
Well, those Dr. Feelgoods started to become Dr. Feelbads. But
yeah,
Angel Hernandez is going to drive with the lead.
Tristan Bailey, looks like he fell way off, back down to 6th. I don't think he's going to be that worried right now because as we're looking at the replay courtesy of our Blimp, and Blimp Cam, thank you very much for catching this. Right there, turn 2 nailed him. He got hard on the throttle and the back end just came right out from underneath him.
Well, he did the right thing, and the good thing too, and he just slowed down, regathered his thoughts, picked it back up, got back on the horse, and now he's back off to the races. Yeah,
and right now he's picking 5th back up from Charles Robertson, and now he's looking on the side of Jeff Weimer for 4th. And now this is where things are going to be dangerous for the 19 is he's got to be able to try to make moves in traffic to be able to pick these positions back up. His car has been more comfortable out in the clean air. Now in traffic, he's going to find a completely different feeling to that number 19.
Yeah, now Tristan Bailey is back there in about the 6th position, I want to say. And now he's underneath Jeff Weimer. And these cars get such a good side draft. It doesn't matter where you're at.
No,
Unless
it
you're on a
really,
road
it
course.
really doesn't. But you know, the biggest thing is he's also got to be careful not to use his stuff up. As once again, focusing here on Charles Robinson, who's 2 points above the cut line, trying to get around Jeff Weimer, because another position is another point in the bag. They're trying to keep that buffer to keep him inside that top 4 coming out of this race.
Oh man. Well, Charles Robertson is right there in that 54 car is who we're focused on right now. He's running a pretty smart race so far. He last came in on lap.
He came in with everybody on that caution.
Yeah. And so I think these guys are going to try to push the stage a little bit further than what they can.
Well, it's a 65 lap stage, so they're going to have to push it a little bit. As Tristan Bailey has already started to make a dent in everything else. He got around Joey Maines a couple of laps ago. He's trying to work his way back up to the front. He's got about a 0.7 of a second gap between himself and second place Justin Barkley, who is currently finding himself about a second further back from Angel Hernandez. So once again, we are seeing here in Iowa, clean air is king.
Yeah, I mean, clean air is definitely king, but the other thing that's king too is track position. Track position, track position, track position. All day long.
Yeah, and that's what helps you get clean air. As we focus in on Hunter Cole, one of the replacements we had for this race, who's filling in that 5 car for, like I said, fellow Maine native Steven Sear, currently sitting in 13th. Seems to be doing okay as we come right back up to this battle between Charles Robinson and Jeff Weimer. Robinson finally got around him. That's that extra point buffer he needs. He's going to be starting to close in on Joey Maines here shortly, so it'll be interesting to see if that 54 is going to have anything for Joey as we get closer into the second half of this race.
Charles Robertson had that incident earlier, you know, now he's on a recovery drive. I mean, if you call in the top 10 a recovery drive, but
hey, anything's a recovery drive if you work hard enough. Tell me I'm wrong.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Exactly.
Definitely not wrong. Because Jeff Weimer looking to make a move on the outside, and he's running the Kyle Larson line coming out of 4.
Yeah, coming out of 4. Weimer's trying to do his thing, but I don't think he's going to be able to get there. And ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you coming here to SRM, making us your pick for Saturday afternoon action with the iSNF series. We got some bills to pay. We will be back right after this. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Iowa Speedway in the iSNF Cup Series Hawkeye 200. We got ourselves a nice little battle for me here. Jared McCauley battling for third and fourth. These guys have been going at it tooth and nail for the last handful of laps. Jared McCauley ends up pulling it off. Finally, I think the tires are starting to wear down on that 9 car just a little bit more.
Yeah, so as we mentioned before, racing on the track is like a cheese grater, if you will. But, I just want to point out, Andrew Hernandez in that Hamburger car, he's been the star of the field so far. He took the lead from Justin Barkley, and Jared McCauley is, running second, third, respectively. Joey Maines right there, up 6 spots, all the way up from, 10th, running fourth.
And Jared McCauley, 19 spots. He started 22nd on the grid today, sitting third. That Black Rifle Coffee number 10 has been fast.
I don't like Black Rifle Coffee, but that car sure does look like a rifle.
And Angel Hernandez currently sitting on a 2.4 second gap. If you have tire smoke, I think you've got more people getting sideways off the turn 4. Again, this track is overheating tires. And these guys are really going to have to start dating it once the tires get old. And there's going to be a lot of guys that are going to take an adjustment period for it as Joey Maines goes around that 7 car of Casey Tomlinson missing a front flip. It's more like a modified one.
I mean, we are in the Midwest, so there are modified tracks up there in the Midwest, especially in Iowa.
Yeah, Iowa known for its dirt track scene.
And it looks like Tristan Bailey is registered as crashed on our live timing.
Yeah, Tristan has had a rough go of it after that first incident. I really think he aggravated those tires. During the break, he ended up slapping the wall out of 3 and 4. And I think that car is gone right now. As we focus up on Charles Robinson, this picture is taking up. He's sitting okay after this race.
Yeah, I mean, Charles right now is, I want to say, is one of the, best of the top 8 right now. And if it were, as far as getting into the playoffs, being secured in that top 8.
Yeah, Justin Barkley right now, running second. This is where the picture is going to be the rest of the race. Robinson and Berkeley. Everyone else who has come close has had problems, but Robinson and Berkeley have been more consistent all race long. And I got a feeling that these two can settle out that fourth place cutoff.
Yeah, I mean, you're definitely going to have that too. I mean, Joey Maines right there trying to get that 9 car around this racetrack for the other 26 competitors. It's no easy task right now. As if I'm trying to remember, I mean, Shane, the Midwest is known for the hot and the humidity. And those 2 items right there creates the perfect storm of chaos.
It really does. And right now, Barkley is sitting 6 seconds behind Angel Hernandez. So Angel's starting to check out on the field a little bit. And as the points leader, he's making a statement right now. If you want the championship, you got to go through me. As the 19 has spun out again, we've got more problems going on up here.
Yeah, I'm registered that Isaac Wilson's also crashed 2 on the live timing.
And Isaac Wilson, 3rd in points. This could be a problem for him. Let's take a look and see what happened. The blimp can't catch it all. Isaac just gets loose. Tries to catch it. Oh! Thought he was going to hit the 31 car, but it back up the track. I don't know how he avoided Mays from the 31, but that should have been a knockout shot for that 24 car.
Isaac Wilson is on pit road. I'm assuming getting some Dr. Feelgood.
Yeah, his
trying not to feel so bad.
Yeah, right now his teammate Joey Maines, we're highlighting the Hendrick Motorsports cars. Jason Ricketts up 6 positions, sitting 8th in that 48 Ally Chevrolet. And now, speaking of the points picture as well, Adrian Arenas, number 14, Miranda's Ford Mustang. I can never say that sponsor right. Currently sitting ahead of this Murphy, but Adrian is also in this picture for that fourth playoff position, currently 3 points below the cut line. So again, it's going to be interesting. Also focus up on RFK's Larry Fairman, up 6 positions to 9th right now, and that number 17 faster than all 4.
Oh man, these guys, this is nuts.
Yeah, and currently we only have 11 cars on the lead lap. So Iowa is taking its toll on these cars. As once again, Adrian's going to try to make a move here, looking on the inside of Jeff Wimmer. And looks like he's going to make it stick relatively easy. I don't think Jeff could be that big of a fight right now.
No, he's not. That's the thing too.
I think right now, honestly, Jeff is trying to keep the tires underneath him to try to learn what's going to happen in that final stage with this evolution left. Once again, right on the front bumper of this 9, that Napa Know-How number 9 Chevrolet. Joey Main's taking for a quick little tour around Iowa Speedway. You can hear how far these guys have to back off and how easy they have to be rolling their product. But this goes downshift as well. Just trying to keep the tires underneath the Charles Robinson is getting about a second and a half off, but you can also see the line that some of these guys are taking. A lot higher he got coming up with, parked himself right on the front finish line.
I got the driver details on. I downloaded the file.
And riding on the front bumper here, top 2 sitting in front of him. Justin Barkley from Hernandez. There's only about a 3-second separation between the top 3 cars right now. He's got himself a nice little bubble. He can focus on hitting his mark and not burning his tires off. And right now, this is the position that most all the drivers want to be in.
Yeah, for sure. And so right now, it's Jared McCauley there in at number 10. Like I said, Black Rifle Ford Mustang. He's running P3 right now. Tristan Bailey has registered his crash on our live timing and scoring. And I mean, so far this has been green for the better part of this stage. So I can give Jason Ricketts some screen time there. That number 48 car, and he's up 6 spots, Shane, for where he started at.
Yeah, and that number 48 Allied Chevrolet has been doing really well here. And with the increase of Tristan Bailey, that means there are only 20 cars on the field. Tristan's starting to take its toll early. No surprise.
I can't say that I am surprised, because at the end of the day, it's still a short track, and it's still one of those tracks where you've got to be mindful of how slick it will actually get.
Well, it races up a short track. This kind of falls into the same area as like this Phoenix or what have you. It's right there on the cusp between a mile long. As Charles Robinson starting to fall to the grass with Joey Main's, this is not going to be good for Charles unless Justin Barkley has to. Right now, it doesn't seem like that's a possibility. Joey Main's trying to make that outside line work to get around Charles, but it just doesn't seem to be there.
Charles Robinson right where he started at there in that 4th position. Joey Main's up 5 spots. Started. So, I mean, these points battles are really going to tighten up.
Yeah, they are. And with this being, if it goes as the cutoff line is in this league, every position matters. And Charles Robinson cannot bleed positions like he did earlier this race. He's walking his way back up to the fourth, but he also needs to get right further ahead. And with the final stage coming up, if you're not to the right side and not the wall a little bit, with a final stage coming up that's going to be around 105 laps. That's going to be the longest these guys have to go on tires. Something tells me we will see pit stops during that final stage, and something tells me we're also going to see a caution.
As we come back to the 10th position, we check up here on Hunter Cole, who's up 3 spots, who started essentially in that 13th position. Up 3 spots from where he started. Like you said at the top of the show, he's definitely a fill-in driver. He's out here to make laps, and not really racing for points, but the car is racing for points.
Yeah, Steven Steer had decided to take the weekend off, like most of us do, with the Father's Day weekend. I'm actually going to be busy tomorrow with my weekend. Oh, hang on to it there, buddy. Look a little sideways coming off that corner. Hunter Cole has definitely put that 5-car back on notice inside the top 10.
I mean, it's a good feeling whenever you're Steven Steer and you're watching your car driven by another guy, another driver, and he's running this good with it.
Yeah, this is one of those situations where most drivers, me included, I never really wanted to take time off because, it's my fault. I've driven this thing as often as possible. That's just the driver mentality. But if you can put somebody in a role who's going to put this thing inside the top 10, you're not sweating it as much as if he was going to be running 15 to 20.
No. But right now we're going to take a look there in Adrian San Jose Arenas there in that number 14, Mahindra Tractors, number 14, and
Mahindra, really.
It's Mahindra.
Yeah, I always forget that the A is soft in this one. I've been watching NASCAR 34 years. I screw up on sponsors soon.
Well, nonetheless, Adrian San Jose Arenas there in that, like I said, a number 14 car. He's running 6th right now. He's down 4 spots from where he started from. And I think this could maybe have been a strategy move. I mean, not that you'd want to do that on a track that's just under a mile here in the middle of Iowa.
No, I don't think it's a strategy. I just think he's just been a little bit off on something inside the top 10 because again, you want to make sure you're there at the end of it and picking up some of these extra points for the stages could also be if they making the points or not making. He's keeping himself in there.
And that's what you want to do. Kind of like big picture racing. Before we had the playoffs or the change, what have you, just keep the big picture in mind. Don't be overly aggressive. And it looks like we got about 5 laps left in the stage.
You're speaking about being aggressive when it comes down to things. Someone else is doing the sitting on the outside looking in, just took over the lead. Justin Barkley takes the lead from Inter Hernandez, and he's starting to drive off with it.
So we have Tracy Thomas and registered as crashed on the live timing and scoring here.
Yeah, it looks like.
So right now, Justin Barkley is, like Shane had said at the top of the show, he is essentially out to 3/4 of a second lead right now. Call it a second.
More issues that second by Casey Tomlinson trying to put that thing on the road. That thing's been damaged all this long. Again, I think Enzo Hernandez is going to let Justin go because he's in the point lead right now. He's in a safe position. Justin's trying to get into the playoffs. And with that gap from him and Carl Robinson, right now, the end of this race would put Justin ahead of him. So it's going to be entertaining to see, especially the final stage, where things are going to shake out.
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong there. But here's the thing though, and pit road is closed, so we close the pit road 2 laps before the end of the stage. So
Stage coming up at the end of 125. Look at that now.
the 10th car in line will trigger the caution flag, or the green and white checkers, and we don't have that here in iRacing because, well, you know, it's iRacing.
Yeah,
but nonetheless,
there's still a few things. There it is right there. That's the end of the stage. Justin Barkley picking up the stage win with Angel Hernandez, Jared McCauley, Charles Robinson, Adrian Arenas, Joe Means, Jeff Weiner, Larry Fairman, Hunter Cole, and Jason Ricketts is going to be the top 10.
and we will wait for these guys to take their much needed pit stop, if it were. And then we'll talk to our stage 2 winner.
It'll be interesting. And then he actually get the race win, because that's what he needs to be able to do in order to actually secure the championship, the playoff picture.
I mean, so they're gonna come down pit road right now, get the 4 fresh Dr. Feelgoods, get the fuel tank full.
It looks like Jason Ricketts is going to be over the lucky dog, so we will have 10 cars in the lead for this final stage.
I mean, is it fair to call it a lucky dog now?
I mean, it's not sponsored. So I don't know. I'm just
Fair, thanks. Fair.
Justin's got his tires on, and Angel Hernandez and Jared McCauley will beat him off the pit road.
This kid get intriguing for sure.
Let's see if we can do a little something here and see if we can get the stage 2 winner. Let's see if we can get the stage 2 winner on the radio and see how he's feeling.
We can do that. Let's go ahead and do this little number here. There you go, Shane.
We gotta wait for him to come up here in the booth. We're still waiting for the truck.
Didn't I bring it? I thought I brought him up. He might, you know what? Looking at Penske. Yeah, take a look at the Penske. There he is.
Check the Penske. Hey, Justin, it's Shane and Alan up in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you.
My friend, that was a solid stage 2 win. We know you're coming into this race with just a couple of points underneath the playoff cut line. What's your strategy been so far?
It's been absolutely horrible. It's like driving on ice.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of guys having problems out there today.
Yeah, it's literally like driving on ice, and if you overshoot the corner by just a smidget, you're going up into marbles and have to recover.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of the top contenders having problems here, but it seems like you've been able to manage everything well. Is that more of the strategy for stage 3, or are we looking at maybe a split strategy for 22 Pennzoil 4?
Honestly, I'm just gonna probably just do whatever Angel does, because as long as he don't get too far ahead of me, I think I have a good shot of winning this.
All right, well, congratulations on that stage 2 win, and who knows, maybe we'll see you in victory lane at the end of this.
All right, guys, I appreciate it.
Stage 2 winner, Justin Barkley, everybody.
That was very good.
And he's got a point. It seems like everyone's been struggling here today, and it's got to be the track temp, and it's got to be the way everything has gone. Because if memory serves me, and I know we've got the information here with our weather gurus kicking around somewhere. Hey, Larry Mack, where's our forecast? It has been a scorcher here and the track has been doing nothing but baking them to stop.
I mean, you've asked for the weather. I give you the weather.
Well, tell me what's going on there, meteorologist.
It's hot. It's hot, it's sunny, it's slick. Justin Barkley said it best, driving on ice.
Yeah, and we've got ourselves everyone doubled up for this restart coming to stage 3.
There's your weather, and these guys are going to come down the back straight away. iRacing.com pace car with the lights out. Angel Hernandez, Shane Barkley on the front row.
Justin Barkley. I don't know why you think I'm driving that 22.
It's been a day. iRacing.com pace car, make the hard left turn. Justin Barkley, Angel Hernandez. Through the Geico restart zone. We are green flag racing for the start of stage number 3.
Go ahead, put the hammer down, and we've already got the slide job with Charles Robinson. Again, this is your playoff cut line, going at it for second place.
I mean, yeah, one wrong move by Robertson or Barkley, and they are on the outside looking in. So Joey Maines is like a lion and waiting in the wings.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Joey's far enough back. It doesn't matter what he does. He's still going this way.
I mean, you're not wrong there. But here comes Angel Hernandez with the hamburger speed, and he is hamburger his way into the lead, and he's running away with it now.
I would have probably used more like he's got a prison break going on with that hamburger.
I mean, prison break, hamburger.
Yeah, well, the ones that they use to come in and bacon after all that special sauce and they're all over the wheel.
Do you know what the secret sauce is in the Big Mac?
It tastes a lot like a modified Thousand Island dressing.
You're not wrong.
Take it from somebody who's 6'4", 285 pounds.
I have too.
As we look at, as we focus back here on the 2-car, Jeff Reimer, down 4 spots from where he's been, but he's been running around the top of the range all season long. So he's been relatively consistent, kept that car pretty much out of trouble the entire time. Jeff Reimer also. So Jeff Weimer is around Adrian Arenas in that 14 car. Good get up to the front and get back into the playoff picture.
Jeff Weimer looking to the inside of Adrian San Jose Arenas for the 6th spot, and he takes it pretty handedly. But here comes Hunter Cole to his end, almost to the inside.
Speaking of battles going on, Joey Maines and Justin Barkley are trying to settle third position out. And you got Joe Cole in the rearview mirrors. I wouldn't say that's 3 wide if I was in Garrett. There you go. Settle it back down to 2.
And that was the summer 7 car of Casey Thomason riding on the apron, just staying out of the way, trying to make laps. Here comes Jared McCauley though. He's looking to the outside. He's trying to get around Justin Barkley.
Speaking of looking to the outside, the battle for the lead has just intensified. Charles Robinson looks like he's trying to get Hernandez. Can he get the slide job done, getting up to the top? Angel Hernandez on a crossover. Drag racing through the start-finish line. Too close to call going into number 1. This is the action we've been waiting for. Angel Hernandez is going to try to hold off Charles Robinson. And it looks like he's not going to be able to do it. They're battling going into turn 3. Angel Hernandez is trying to hold him off as they're looking to come out and start finish line. Charles Robinson trying to make that outside line work yet again. Will clear him going into turn 1. New leader, Charles Robinson.
Charles Robinson has the Monster Energy car up front. But here comes Angel Hernandez trying to battle back. But he's going to try to bring Joey Maines with him to the inside. Just like Beyonce, to the left, goes Angel Hernandez.
A Beyonce line? Is that what we're...
Whoa! What? Oh, no!
Joey Maines roughing up Angel Hernandez.
Here comes Jared McCauley.
Jared McCauley's going to try to take advantage of it. Joey Main's going to try to chuck that 9 car down to the inside. Can he make the pass stick? As well as Robinson going to get that run on the outside. Here we go again, battling for the lead. Joey Maines looks like he's going to try to take it going into turn 1. Clear Charles Robinson moving it up front once again. 9 car, Joey Maines.
Joey Maines gets the lead. But here comes Jared McCauley looking to the inside of Angel Hernandez. Nothing doing there.
So these guys are racing hard, but for only just under 90 laps left in this race. There's still another pit stop to make. Is it too early to be going this hard?
I mean, you gotta get like in out of those Dr. Feel Good early before it becomes Dr. Feel Bad.
I think that's about 20 minutes. But again, focusing here on Jared McCauley, 18 spots up. That's major for him. We can now focus over to Adrian Arenas, who has got to be wondering what he can do to get that point fight has left him in the dust.
Well, it's almost like, it's funny you mention that. It's almost as if he's like stuck in neutral and he can't get anywhere.
Yeah, he's been struggling all race long. The outside bullshit is down 6 positions. Hunter Cole in his rear view mirror, and that 48 car he's in the bubble right now where no one else is really around him. And he can just focus on driving. But the guys in front of him also goes in front of him in points. So he's got a struggle ahead of him.
Well, now you say that we're focused up on Jason Ricketts there in that number 48 ally coverage. And I tell you what, Shane, he is definitely looking for an ally right now.
Right now, what he's looking for is a Boston to try to get back up to the corner.
That could be his ally. The conscience line could be Jason Ricketts' ally. They're in the number 48 car.
Checked out on the field a little bit. He's got about a half a second gap of lead on him. Everybody else is trying to fight for position behind him. Right now, that Napa 9 car is definitely giving everybody a little bit of know-how knowledge.
I don't think Angel Hernandez has showed it for him.
I don't know if he needs to be honest. I mean, 39 points above the cup line. He is the point leader. Does he really need to play his team? As Jared McCauley is lagged out or something? Someone check the tower because he just dropped down to 10th almost immediately. Did he lag out?
I think he did.
Oh no. The
I
technological
think
gremlin just bit somebody else. This is a heartbreaker for Jared.
I mean, 27 cars strong here for this race today.
Oh,
we want to thank everybody back on live chat. You know, wow,
that's a heartbreaker. That 10 car was driving so well today. I mean, going from 22nd to the top 5 at a short track like Iowa. That's some talent, that's some strategy. And for all the races, I feel for him.
I mean, so there's no weather in the Midwest. It's all maybe like an internet connection.
Yeah, something tells me some internet connection. So focusing here on Justin Parker. Again, 54 Charles Robinson right. And it's Charles that's sitting in fourth. And right now, Justin's got the around him. He's got a battle for the lead again. Angel Hernandez has just gone around Joey Maines. but Joey's trying to fight back on the outside. Here we go again.
And this is the racing that Rusty Wallace wanted to see when he designed this racetrack. Side-by-side action. Whoa! Hello, Angel. Gotta keep it straight, bud.
Throwing that car loose. He's battling for third place right now. I think he's just trying to gather that car up and clean his head because that was a dicey moment.
I mean, I don't even think dicey is the right five-letter adjective to describe for that.
I think there's a few we don't need to get canceled saying it.
I mean, look, we'll just leave it there.
Yeah.
Put that one in the leave it there for me.
Yeah, leave it there and lock it for
Jeff Weimer is looking for knocking on Angel's door for that fourth position. As he's looking underneath Angel Hernandez.
If this was in Nashville, I could see all these music references. Come on. Seriously. I know I went Pitbull Tuesday night for another series, but give me a break.
I love it. I love it.
Oh, you're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me.
I wonder how many times someone has said you're killing me, Smalls, today.
Oh, I think we've been saying it behind the scenes too much. I'm not wrong.
I love the Sandlot too, but come on.
Speaking of the Sandlot, right now Charles Robinson's wishing that Justin Barkley was in the Sandlot because Barkley just put the move on to get around him for second place. This is not what Charles wants to see. That's an advantage.
These guys have been swapping the lead back and forth, or the second position back and forth, almost all race long. Look, the top 8 points seem to get away from it.
No, this is what, again, you said, this is the type of racing Rusty is racing. Right now, the top 5 cars with enough of a gap back to Adrian Arenas in 6th to where it's going to be these 5 cars fighting it out, tooth and nail, for the lead.
Yeah, I mean, so here comes Justin Barkley, who to the quarter panel and almost makes contact with that Nikon. Wow.
He washed up a little bit.
Oh, no.
9 ends up finding the fence.
Could this spell problems for Joey Mays and the night car? Here comes Justin Barkley for the slide job. He's going to get the win.
He gets the lead. He gets the lead, but Joey's trying to cut back on the inside. Door to door between 1 and 2. Justin Barkley's going to make that high side work. Joey Mays going to try to fight back. Can't do it. And Justin Barkley picks the lead back up again. But Joey Mays just stick down to the bottom 3 and 4. Trying to make it stick to get to the inside. Can't do it. Justin Barkley will retain.
Justin Barkley not giving up the lead. Joey Mays not giving up this battle too easily here. As he's going to regather. Settle down for a couple laps.
Yeah, I think he used his tires up a little bit because now that car is screaming sideways.
I think I used up all my excitement there.
No, don't worry, I got more in the tank, believe me.
Oh, don't worry, I got lots to go too.
Yeah, well, right now, because of that, because of all that, backed up. Charles Robinson and Angel Hernandez sitting there in 3, 4, and 5 with Jeff Weimer in the picture, Jeff Weimer in the picture as well. I don't think he's safe yet.
Is it not that he backed up to him, or is that Charles Robinson caught him?
Joey backed up to him because he used the tires up trying to take that corner. Seems like the 22 is backing up a little bit as well, so maybe once Barkley got the lead, he figured he can conserve a little bit.
Well, and to your point, though, Shane, is, you know, when the last Olympics came out, the more guys that run higher on the racetrack, the more that's going to heat up, and the more the outside's going to go away.
Yeah, because of the dynamic track that progression and the air temperature have now started to play a bigger role in how you set the cars up and how you drive them on the track. So it's interesting to see who's the start more about trying to get the inside line as the 2 car gets wicked loose. Angel Hernandez gets by him, but that 2 car was dead to right sideways coming off the corner.
Here comes Adrian San Jose Arenas. He thought he could capitalize, but Jeff Weimer got going a little too soon before he could make the capitalization.
Charles Robinson and Joey Main battling for second. That's going to let Justin Barkley check out a little bit.
Yeah, and so the only people that want to see the side-by-side racing action, other than us, is Justin Barkley. Yeah, and that's going to allow Barkley to drive away, essentially.
Yeah, and if Barkley's able to drive away and bring this race, he will be in the playoff picture after.
What a day if Justin Barkley pulls this off. He goes, you know what? I'm out of the playoffs. Now I'm in.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone was out of the playoffs unless they didn't feel like it's just a matter of, okay, what do I need to do to get into the playoffs? And right now, Justin Barkley is doing everything he can to get into the playoffs. Because we're just getting ready to hit 64 laps to go.
And, you know, according to live timing and scoring, we got pit stops commencing right now with Angel Hernandez in, Joey Mains is on pit road, Michael Gervey's been on pit road for essentially 2 hours, more than likely out of the race.
Yeah, right now, in the lap currently, this is also the cycle of, okay, we know this is how far our tires can go. Because now it's a matter of
I mean, so Andrew Hernandez out of the top running order was the first one to essentially blink first. Down pit road.
Him and Joey, they came in same time.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
So this could be the start of the dominoes of, okay, now we're going to see these guys come in, and they're going to cycle ahead. Now they're going to be out to about a second or two per lap. So right now, as I'm looking at best laps, really 25.64 compared to Justin Barkley's 26.67. So right now, they're going to be giving up a good second to second in the first time. And there's Hunter Cole in 7th coming down pit road as well. So the cars are going to slowly start straggling in. And
yeah,
there you have it on the timing sheet. Mains with a 25.50, Hernandez with a 25.75, Barkley sitting at a 26.79, Robinson is 26.8. So they're going to be putting up way too much to stay out in the field.
Lap 170 of 230. Charles Robinson running 6th place right now. Or 2nd place, rather. Wow. I'm doing St. Louis math in my head. Justin Barkley is your race leader right now. We are under green flag pit stops.
Yeah, and right now, as you see, someone's got Justin Barkley, I think, is going to try to manage this to where he has to come in the last possible moment and just so you can survive, you know, the pit stop cycle. Or maybe hope for a caution to come out. But the cautions have been few and far between, even though we've seen a lot of issues. We've only had a handful of cautions this race.
Yeah, so he is out front. Justin Barkley is out front by 2.5 seconds. That is the gap between him and Charles Robinson. 2.5 seconds, Shane. You may not think that's significant, but in a race car, that is huge.
Yeah, because you're not looking in your rearview mirror if you know you got like a 2.5 second gap. You're really not looking that far. So, you know, we think Justin Barkley right now is going to set the thing on the rules. He's going to manage the tires and manage the fuel. moment that right comes on saying, hey, you know, you're almost out of gas, that's when it's going to come down to it.
So if you're Charles Robinson, you're looking at the back of Justin Barkley thinking, what do I need to do? What do I need to do to get caught up with Justin Barkley?
As he
Whoa,
just
hello.
about overshoots the corner sideways.
Oh,
Ooh. What a catch.
what action.
Those are some ninja hands right there. Those are But back to the question of what does he have to do to try to catch Justin Barkley? Beat him on pit road. Get the advantage for the tires while you can. Because if you end up chasing Justin Barkley down pit road, it's not going to be helpful. And there's Joey Means right there, getting ready to, you know, come up and unwrap himself the hard way. So now it's going to be interesting to see where this all cycles out for that 9 car.
So, you know, I come back here to Adrian San Jose Arena to show you exactly what this battle looks like from from P3 really, on, you know, essentially.
Yeah, there goes the 45, blowing the doors off the 14. Again, this is where that second and a half that's made up is off the time. Those with the fresh field goods right now are going to go right now.
Definitely, in Angel Hernandez back there in 8th position. Let's go ahead and go out here, outside the car. He is, look, he's essentially driving, he's making a drive for his life. He's out 3 spots. He started in that 5th position. And
I don't think he's too worried though. He's got the tires, is the points. He's picked up some stage points. So I don't think he's 100% worried about driving for his life right now. It's more about that. It's more about that cutoff. That was the picture I was looking at from the start of this, was the cutoff. And right now, as Justin Barkley has decided to bring that 22 car down pit road, he knew he was going to be getting his tail end kicked into the 2 tires. So now, does Charles Robertson blink and come down pit road behind him, or does he try to stay up for a couple of laps, hoping for a caution?
He stays out for a couple more laps for caution, really. And that's all you can do. You could ride around. He last came in on lap 26.
Lap 126.
Lap 126. That's when he came in the last time. And
which puts the tires at just over 50 laps old.
I mean, on this racetrack, Shane, that's a huge deal.
It really is. I mean, the only way that this pays off for Charles Robinson is if he ends up coming down pit road inside the next 5 to 10 laps. He literally tries to split this stage. As I say that, he says, Shane, shut up. I'm coming down pit road now.
Well, that's going to take the lead and give that to Adrian San Jose Arenas in that Mahindra tractor sponsored Ford Mustang. And Shane, you know,
this is good for him because this is an extra couple of points in the bank. Again, crucial to the playoff picture.
You know, as you say that, I was actually, I'm actually sad that SHR is going to go away after the 2024 season. I'm going to miss seeing the car out there and all the great drivers there. So
yeah, it's unfortunate that SHR is closing its doors at the end of this year. But again, this is the financial toll that NASCAR takes on them. I mean, Jeff Gordon said it himself a long time ago that Hendrick Motorsports has barely ever made a profit in the last handful of years because of what's been going on. I mean, it's bad enough for Hendrick that they're actually sponsoring their own car with the 5-car of Kyle Larson. So, I mean, that's coming out of Rick's pocket.
I mean, and look, racing's not a cheap hobby at all.
neither is sim racing, but it's a hell of a lot less expensive.
You say that, and actually, you know, my brother and I are building a dirt Pro 4 car, or a Hornet, if you will.
I know what you mean.
And he is, he's experienced that too. You know, buying a lot of stuff out of his own pocket. And like the great Kenny Wallace says, don't race outside of your class. Really, if you can afford to run Hornets, run Hornets. And, you know, if you got it like that to run dirt late models or asphalt late models, go for it. But once you get to those higher echelons of racing, you're gonna pay the money.
What's the old saying? In order to make $1 million, have $1 billion first.
I mean, that's plausible.
I mean, that's how it is in motorsports. In order to make $1 million, you gotta have $1 billion invested.
I mean, my dad asked me a while back. He goes, "Why do you think racing is expensive?" I said, "Well, if you're watching IMC dirt modified racing, you don't see the leader running away from each other, but the overall cost of racing is getting out of hand, and a lot more people that you grew up seeing late models are actually dropping down classes because they're less expensive to run."
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you're seeing the late model fields getting less and less, and you're seeing sportsmen and everything else picking up cars because of the price difference. And I'll tell you right now, right, a big difference is that lead that Adrian Arenas has, a 15-second gap on Joey Manning, and he's got about a second and a quarter on Angel. But as we know, Adrian still has to come down pit road.
Yeah, Adrian San Jose Arena still has to make his pit stop, and I wouldn't even call it the money stop, really. I think something's going to pop off, and this race has been very well green all the way through, as we've been racing for essentially an hour and a half, which is how long we've actually been racing. We've only had a few cautions per incident today.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's been, what, roughly 6 cautions since the flood. I didn't keep track on the notebook, but I'm pretty sure it's only been about 6 cautions.
Yeah, 6 cautions. 3 of them were for, or 5 of them were for incident.
No, you had it right. It was 3 for incident, and then you had the 2 for stage. Well, 4 for incident, 2 for stage.
I knew my St. Louis math was going to pay off somewhere.
Something along those lines, right? Hey, don't feel bad. My public education has had its moments too.
I mean, I went to high school underneath the lead smeltering tower. Good old Del Run. You know what Del Run is, right?
Yeah, I know what it is. Like I said, I got nothing for you. And right now, it seems like nobody's got anything for Arenas in the 14 cars with just under 40 laps to go in this race.
Yeah, and there's Franz Bertsnyder there, who I would say is down a number of laps, but he's out there getting points, and
yeah, he's down.
And that's all he can do.
He's down about 18, 19 laps right now, but he had a rough go. Still managing to be 11th place right now is huge. I mean, this is a way to minimize the damage that he's had when it comes to this race. Everyone else that's in front of him in points isn't that far in front of him. So this is crucial for him to try to keep inside that big picture battle, to try to get inside the playoff cup.
And that's what you want to do. This is what you have to do. Look.
I was about to say, speaking of what he has to do, Adrian Arenas in the 14, I believe, has finally come down pit road.
Finally. Let's get back to Franz, though. Franz, I was going to say before Adrian gave the lead to Angel Hernandez when he come down pit road. Franz could have easily just said, you know what, I'm done here. Put the headset down, turn off the computer, and walk away. But he knows how important those points are. All important points.
Yeah, exactly. Now, you might not make the playoffs from this, but it's better to minimize the damage that could have been.
As Adrian San Jose Arenas starts to merge back into traffic here.
Can we just talk about for a second here, and this is the throwback part of me kind of looking through lineup. He's only got 6 cars on the lead lap. This reminds me a lot of the old school, you know, early 80s through mid late 90s racing in NASCAR, where the track will dictate what happens. Not the drivers dictating it, but the actual track itself dictating what happens. Now, granted, we're probably going to see a few more cars end up on the lead lap once this race is over, because Adrian's going to work on lapping himself here shortly with those fresh tires. But that's still going to leave under 10 cars on the lead lap. So the throwback part of me is looking at this like, I haven't seen this in a long time.
I mean, you're not wrong. Here comes, it looks like Adrian Arenas is going to get his lap back the hard way. He's going to go by Angel Hernandez.
Yeah, he might get the lap back the hard way, but he's basically full-blown lap down, as Jason Ricketts is also trying to get his lap back. Angel Hernandez currently has a near 4-second gap on him. Jason Ricketts, he might not get the lap back this time, but he's going to get it back next time. Joey Maines looks like he had a problem. What went down?
Joey Maines?
Back on pit road? Right side of that car looks like it's scuffed up. Did something?
Let's take a look.
What in the world happened to that 9 car? He's getting tires. I can see that much. That's his final set.
Well, as you say that, Angel Hernandez is still dominating this race.
Yeah, Angel Hernandez has now put 5 1/3 on Justin Barkley here with 30 laps to go.
Oh, man.
Hamburglar done burgled off of this one. You see, you're not the only one who can make this funny, folks.
I thought my comedy wasn't that bad.
Well,
That was good.
If it's imitated, that tells you 2 things. Either they're doing it better, or they're looking for a cheap laugh with you.
Well, Justin Barkley, they're about 5 seconds behind Angel Hernandez and that 22 Pinzel sponsored ride. Wow.
As I have broken our producer, Justin Barkley has done everything imaginable right now to try to get back inside the playoff picture. And after tonight, I am pretty sure he's going to be there, because Charles Robinson has had a relatively up and down day, but at the same token, he's also been inside the top 10 for the majority of it. But Justin Barkley has been further inside the top 10. So something tells me that the playoff picture is going to get shook up after this race.
Don't forget to tune in next Saturday afternoon at 5:30 p.m. Central to the Granite State 200 live from New Hampshire Motor Speedway with the ISNF Cup Series. And Shane, that one is going to be an absolute barn burner.
I'm sure it will be, but I won't be here on the call. I'm going to be at the actual track, hanging out with the boys over from DGM Racing, filling out a couple of VIP passes and hanging out at the track all day long, and we might even try to catch some modified race after.
Where was mine?
Got lost in the mail. I'm sorry.
Oh, man.
Hey, there's no way you'd be able to get here in time and get my butt to get down to the track. Trust me.
I would just fly straight into New Hampshire.
Yeah, well, I got a friend of mine picking me up. We're going to be leaving at my place at like 7 in the morning so we can get to the track by 10. I'll tell you right now, someone else who's hauling the mail, Barkley, right now, has trimmed Hernandez's gap down to just about 3 seconds. So my question is, he's trying to save a little bit of tire here towards the end of this race.
I mean, Angel Hernandez is one of those drivers that are always good at being there at the end. And I gotta tell you, Dane, I mean, I've driven this track for another series, and this is no walk in the park by any stretch of the imagination.
No, and speaking of no walk in the park, Charles Robinson being 8 seconds off of Justin Barkley, he's going to need a caution to come out in order to try to catch back up. We know these guys have at least one set of tires left on pit road. If the caution does come out, well, as Darrell would say, it changes everything.
I hope not. I hope the caution doesn't come out.
Well, I mean, again, this is also looking like the old school way of racing where, you know, the track is dictated who's going to do what. Now, if Angel Hernandez is lead to start to really get trained down, you know, looking through the timing here, the last handful of laps, Barkley has picked up a couple of tenths on him per lap, so I wouldn't be surprised if Justin chases him down here with just over 20 laps to go.
True.
Yeah, the lead for Hernandez is down to just over 2 seconds. So something tells me they're not done yet. Are you still laughing about the Hindenburg line?
No, not at all.
Bull. I call bull.
You wouldn't.
With 20 laps to go, Angel Hernandez's lead has now been officially trimmed to under 2 seconds. So I've got a very sneaky suspicion we're not done with the we're not done yet with Iowa.
No, we're not.
And right now, it's going to be between Angel Hernandez and Justin Barkley. And Justin just put another 0.3 of a second in the bag against Angel. Charles Robinson 10 seconds out. And that gap is slowly getting to. So I don't know if Angel's tires have fallen off that much or if Justin just saved that.
A lot of lap cars, maybe?
Lap traffic doesn't seem to be playing too big of a factor right now because they've been smart enough to get out of the way. But Jeff Weimer, currently sitting in fourth, has got about a second between himself and Charles. I wouldn't be surprised if Jeff doesn't have a little something left in the tank either.
That's fair.
And that interval between Angel and Justin has just gone under a second. So we are definitely getting ready to see we're definitely getting ready to see some fireworks here.
Call it fireworks, call it whatever you will. With 18 laps to go.
Yeah, and Angel Hernandez, the Hamburglar's starting to sweat a little bit. I see a little bit of moisture forming on that.
Well, you know, they did catch the Hamburglar all the time.
Yeah, and I think Justin Barkley may have taken a few pages out of that notebook because he has just caught Angel Hernandez.
Oh, whoa! Angel Hernandez
loose.
bobbles. Here comes Barkley on the inside.
Barkley through the lead. Hernandez pops the wall. I think Angel used his stuff.
Man, I think he's got to regroup. Here comes Joey Mays looking to the inside also.
Yeah, Joey's looking to unlap himself sitting in seventh. He's got those fresh tires. He took his final set about 10 laps ago and has run both of these guys down. So again, this shows you how important fresh tires can be. If we get a late caution, everyone's going to throw on their last set of stickers. Except for Joey Main, he would cycle to the lead.
I don't think there's going to be another caution.
With 14 laps to go, Justin Barkley just wants us to go green so we can check out from the field.
You're not wrong.
Oh, Angel sideways, sideways.
Oh no! Hang on!
Angel Hernandez is about to go around. Can he save it off the wall? Yes.
He did.
But this
at
is
what
going to
cost?
hurt. Charles Robinson goes by for second. Adrian Arenas goes by for third. And Justin Barkley is loving this.
I like that.
let's see if the boys in the truck can bring up what happened to Angel, because I am telling you right now, Iowa has just claimed another victim of getting on the throttle too quick. Right there, you can see it was bouncing around. Those tires got heated up, and he just got up back on the throttle, and the thing just came around. Now, he did a whale of a job keeping it off the wall, but unfortunately, it cost him too many positions. And Iowa has decided its hand again.
Oh, man. I think I went up an octave.
Yeah, as Charles Robinson and Adrian Arenas are battling for second place, Justin Barkley is loving this with an 8-second plus gap. Oh, goodness. Angel Hernandez is kicking himself in the tail right now, because that car had a real shot at winning this race. And now he's going to drop to 5th as Jeff Weimer gets around him. I hate to say it, but I really think those tires aren't 45 car.
I mean, he just spun it out on leaving turn 2, and here comes Angel Hernandez, going to try to mount another battle against Jeff Weimer, but I think I'm with you, Shane. I think he just really needs to take it down pit road, listen before Dr. Feelgood's on there, and let's battle another day.
I don't think he's going to bring it down pit road at this point, because unless a caution comes out, these guys' beds are made. And
I mean, never say never.
Yeah, well, you know, Joey Maine wasn't in the championship hunt. Angel Hernandez currently is. He's trying to do everything he can to stay inside the top 5. And again, as we speaking of the championship hunt, these 3 guys currently sitting 1 through 3. Justin Barkley, Adrian Arenas, and Charles Robinson. Well, let's just say 1 through 4, because let's throw Jeff Weimer in there. All of these guys are battling for that playoff bubble, and Justin Barkley is enjoying the view out the rearview mirror because he doesn't see a thing.
Yeah, Justin Barkley, to Shane's point, is just checked out on the field. He's walking the dog, if you will.
Or as Stone Cold would say, he stomped the mud hole and he's walking it dry.
I like the wrestling reference.
I got more of them, but I'm going to save them for the next broadcast.
Justin Barkley is on the journey to a race win. And ladies and gentlemen, the YouTube.com live chat, we are on our way to 4,000 subscribers.
Yeah, don't you have a little something planned if we hit 4K?
Well, we got to hit 4K first.
Yeah, but you've been talking about doing something.
Yeah. So if we hit 4,000 subscribers tomorrow night, on Sunday Night NASCAR, we will fire up a webcam and I will bring a Yingling on there during Sunday Night NASCAR as a little incentive to get everybody out there in YouTube to hit the like, subscribe, and get the bell notifications ringing. That way you guys can be notified and tuning in live to SRM and the family of leagues on Sim Racing Media Network. Tomorrow night we will be right back here in Iowa for the full length NASCAR Sunday night NASCAR NextGen Cup Series. And Shane, I know we've tuned in a couple weeks to that, and those guys put on a great series with 5 to go here. Justin Barkley,
Justin Barkley,
you're all
he's walked the dog on this one. You're talking about the leagues we've got here at SRM. We've got 6 nights a week of amazing action here with the SRM, family of leagues. So if you guys truly do like what you see, whether it's here with iSNF or Sunday Night NASCAR, or whoever, make sure you hit the bell, make sure you hit subscribe, make sure you follow us, so that way you guys can tune in every single time we go live. And there's plenty of nights we've got 3-4 races in a row, so you'll have your choice of what to watch. As we have Adrian Arenas has trimmed that lead down to about 4 seconds here with a couple laps left. I don't know if he's got enough time to get that lead. I believe we're getting close to the end.
Well, we're 3 laps to go as Justin Barkley comes back around, and he's going to come get that popsicle stick, Shane.
Yeah, the popsicle sticks soon to be in the air, and that's exactly what Justin Barkley wants to see, as he kind of has the car dancing a little bit. Are we sure it was the popsicle sticks? Or was that one to go? Because that's sitting on 220. Yeah, we got one to go, ladies and gentlemen. Justin Barkley is in cruise control, sitting here with Adrian Arenas 2 3/4 second back. There ain't enough time in the world because, hello, DeLorean, we don't need you on this one. Justin Barkley's going to be coming out of turn number 4 and picks up the win here in Iowa.
I tell you what, Shane, that was. I mean, Justin Barkley took over the race lead from Angel Hernandez, and he just ran away with it.
Yeah, he did, and that's what he needed to do to pick up the playoff picture points, because now I've got a feeling that we're going to see a new 4th place person after this race. It's going to be Justin Barkley picking up the win with Adrian Arenas 2nd, Charles Robinson 3rd, Jeff Weimer 4th, and Angel Hernandez. After everything he had going on, he had one of the best cars all race long to finish 5th. He's going to be wondering what could have been this race as Justin Barkley burns it down here in corn country.
What an amazing run, Shane. I mean, it's just you kind of had to know that Justin Barkley was going to be at the end with the smoothest of his driving.
Yeah, he was able to manage the equipment better than anybody else. He had that car sitting inside the top 10 all race long, and strategy prevailed to where he would be able to pick up the win here today.
Well, speaking of race winners, Shane, we're going to get Justin Barkley into the booth, and so he can talk about his race win.
Hey, Justin, I told you we'd be catching up with you in victory lane. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, I was panicking there at the end because I ran out of gas.
Well, you had enough to pull that burnout there at the end. That's the doggone score.
We got it done, though.
Yeah, congratulations on the win. You came... You had to wonder what was going on there with Angel towards the end. You guys were battling tooth and nail, and then all of a sudden, you were able to check out on him.
Yeah, I think, I mean, he gained some time on me when he pitted early and got those tires, but I watched him earlier in the run, and I see that he fell off. So I was just trying to manage my tires as best I could to get up there to him.
It seemed like everyone was trying to manage tires because this track looked like a skating rink once the tires wore off.
Oh, yeah.
But you were able to pull this one off. Playoff picture, you got to be looking really happy right about now.
I think I'm in the Final Four.
Hey, congratulations for that. We were keeping an eye on that playoff cut line all race long. You were able to get the job done. And speaking of getting it done, who do you got to thank on that 22 car?
Shout out to my team owner, Rhea, for letting me drive, and shout out to you guys and my teammates for helping me out during the race.
Hey, we appreciate the performance you put on today. Ladies and gentlemen, race winner Justin Barkley. Justin, congratulations. Enjoy this one.
Thank you, guys. Take care.
think I got might have 2 cup wins there, so I've won there in the past. I'm pretty confident there, but really I'm just trying to, finish well in front of some of these chase guys before I can advance to the Final Four is pretty much my goal.
All right, Charles. Well, before we get you out of here, is there anybody that you'd like to thank to help get you here tonight?
Yeah, Rhea, she does a good job with the league, and my teammates, Michael, Angel, Tristan, and all of them.
All right. Well, Charles, with that being said, we'll see you in New Hampshire next Saturday evening.
Thank you, man.
I'm telling you, man, this Iowa dictated itself today, and this was definitely a strategy race from start to finish.
Well, as we get ready to pack up the show that is iSNF and leave Kansas, we head up your way, Shane, to the northeast to New Hampshire. We're gonna bring up the race results for everybody on screen. And coming away with the win tonight is Justin Barkley with Adrian San Jose Arenas finishing second. Charles Roberson finishing in the third position.
Yeah, with Jeff Weimer, Angel Hernandez, Joey Maines, Jason Ricketts, Larry Fairman, Hunter Cole, and Maze Shook finishing off the top 10. Franz Brett Snyder, unfortunate day for him, finishing, it looks like 12 laps off the pace at the end. Owner of the league, Rhea Ferris, finishing 12th. 13th going to Jared McCauley, who had some technical issues. I really feel bad for the guy. I do. I've had that happen before, so he's got to be hurting after that one. Sedarius Purse finishing 14th and 15th, Alan. Bob Wyckoff in the 47.
AC Tomlinson picking up the 16th position. Tristan Bailey with a boatload of problems there at the beginning of the race finishes 19th. 24th goes to Isaac Wilson. Matt Metler finishes 19th. 20th goes to Alexandre Monet. Michael Gervey finishes 22nd, or 21st rather. Chris Smith is 22nd. 23rd is Michael Everhart. Shane Posey finishes 24th. Matthew Gary finishes 25th. Christian Delgado finishes 26th. And rounding out your field tonight was Brian Treadwell.
Yeah, and as you said, the INSF Cup drivers come up to my neck of the woods, Loudon, New Hampshire, for the Granite State 200 next week. My tips for that track, don't run the bottom unless you absolutely have to. There's absolutely no grip down there. Take it from someone who knows that track personally.
I've never been there, but I'll take your word for it. And with that being said, Shane, let's get on out of Iowa here.
Yeah, we got a flight to catch. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, from inside the Tony Trapazzo Memorial booth, as our famous boss man would say, as you walk down the road of life, please don't play in traffic. Until we meet again, everybody, take care.